But this wasn't like anything I've ever heard. A tower, rising from the frozen earth, hidden from maps, and guarded like a secret too dangerous to exist. And yet, it's sending a signal no one understands, no one who's still alive. It started with a blip, a single pulse caught by an amateur radio operator near Yakutsk. The frequency, unregistered, the pattern, mathematically perfect, too perfect to be natural. And then came the voice, distorted, hollow, like someone trapped inside, whispering. The Russian government sealed the site, but rumors leaked. A black tower, obsidian and smooth, no doors, no windows, just there, standing in the snow like it had always been there, or worse, like it had just appeared. Locals call it the needle. They say animals won't go near it. Compass spin. Satellites glitch, even time feels slower around it, as if the tower is bending reality. And if you listen closely, you can hear it hum. I was hired by a private research firm. My job was simple: record, observe, report. But nothing prepared me for what I saw or heard. The deeper I went, the less the world made sense, and the closer I got, the more I felt like I wasn't alone. At night, we heard screams, not animal, not human either, something else, something old. We set up cameras, they fried instantly. We tried drones, they crashed before reaching the tower. It didn't want to be seen. Then one of us, a Victor, he touched the tower, just placed his hand on it, and vanished. No sound, no scream, just gone, like the tower ate him. And then, the signal changed. It was no longer just noise. It said my name. It said my name, not in my voice, but something close, like an echo of me that had never lived. Everyone heard it. 7 of us, frozen. One whispered, "It's learning." The others ran. I stayed, because I needed to know what it wanted, or what it remembered. I reviewed our recordings. Static. But under the static, a rhythm. It pulsed like a heartbeat, like breathing, like language. I ran it through audio software. It wasn't human, but it wasn't random either. It was calling out, and someone had answered. I started hearing things, even when I wasn't near the tower. Clicks, footsteps, my own voice, coming from my radio, saying things I never said. Begging. Screaming. Warning me, "You're too close." And then, you opened it. I didn't know what it was, until I checked our satellite logs. The tower hadn't been there a week ago. Nothing was, no structure, no anomaly, no signal, just forest and snow. And then suddenly, the black spike in the ice, like it had fallen from the sky. I called the firm. They told me to shut it down, destroy the data, erase everything. They were scared, terrified. And when I asked why, they went silent. Then the call dropped. I haven't been able to reach them since. One by one, the others disappeared, 2 in their sleep, 1 while walking to the rover. Gone. No tracks, no struggle, just gone. But the tower, it started to change, openings forming in the surface, shifting like skin, like it was alive. Then I saw him. Victor. The one who vanished. He was standing at the edge of the clearing. Smiling. Not blinking. No coat, no frostbite, just standing there. And when I called out, he opened his mouth, and the tower spoke through him. The sound was like metal tearing underwater. Deep. Wrong. Every part of my brain screamed to run, but my body wouldn't move. Victor tilted his head and said, in that layered voice, "You brought us back, us, not him, not me. Us." I blacked out. When I woke, it was day. The camp was empty. No gear, no bodies, just my tent, ripped open from the inside. Radio still buzzing, but the signal was gone. Only one word repeated on the screen: "Listen." I tried to leave, I swear I did, but no matter which way I walked, I always came back to the tower. Hours of walking, different paths, same ending, like space itself bent around it, like I was trapped in its orbit. I stopped sleeping. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw faces, some mine, some not, all screaming, some laughing. Sometimes I'd wake up standing, closer to the tower than before, once, with my hand reaching out, like I was sleepwalking. Then the voice returned, through the snow, through my bones. It asked a question I can't forget. Do you want to see what we buried? My ears bled, my teeth ached, but I answered, I don't know why. I just said, yes. The ground opened, not dug, not broken. It just peeled. Karma like skin from ice, a staircase spiraling down, impossible geometry, too wide, too deep. I stepped down, and the snow above closed behind me. The walls were black, not stone, not metal. They pulsed, like breathing. I felt watched, not by one thing, but by many echoes of memories I didn't own. And then, the whisper again, you are remembered now. The deeper I walked, the louder it got. The tower wasn't just humming now. It was singing, not a melody, a memory. I could feel it dragging images from my past, my childhood, my regrets, even thoughts I'd never told anyone. It knew me. Then I saw them, figures etched in the walls. Karma moving. Karma shifting. Karma telling stories I didn't understand. A man dissolving into snow. A woman staring into a broken mirror. A child pointing up at nothing. Every story ended the same, with silence. I reached a room. Karma circular. Karma empty. But I wasn't alone. I felt breath on my neck, not warm, cold like deep space. And a voice, mine again, whispered, watch. The walls lit up. Karma flickering with static and screams. I saw cities I didn't recognize, buildings falling in reverse, people laughing while burning, radios melting into bone. Every flicker showed another version of Earth, all of them worse, all of them watching you back. Then I saw the first one, the original, tall, faceless. It looked like it had been waiting forever. It reached forward, and suddenly, I saw the tower from the outside. But I wasn't there. Someone else was, digging, uncovering. I saw his face. It was me. Or maybe the version of me that answered yes. He was older, eyes hollow, voice gone, digging at the base of the tower like he'd been doing it 4 years. Like the tower had buried him in time itself. Then everything stopped, silence so thick, it hurt. The walls cracked, not from pressure, but like they were shedding old skin. Something inside wanted out, something ancient, something that didn't forget. And now, it had my name. I ran, or I thought I did. The halls bent behind me. Endless loops. My flashlight died. But the walls glowed faintly, like veins. Every turn I took led me back to that circular room. But each time I returned, it was different, like the room remembered. The faces on the walls were changing. They looked more familiar. First my co-workers, then my mother, then me, over and over. Each version more twisted than the last. One had no eyes, one had no mouth, one was smiling too wide. I screamed, but the sound died in the air. The tower didn't allow noise anymore, only memory. It fed on it. I saw flashes of others who came before. Karma miners, Karma soldiers, Karma explorers, Karma. None of them made it out, but all of them still moved. I found a journal on the floor. Karma old. Karma frozen to the ground. I tore it free and opened it. Most pages were ruined, but on the last one, a line remained. If you hear it say your name, run. It was signed, Eric, the man who disappeared. Suddenly, it made sense. Eric was the first, but not the last. Every missing person. They weren't lost. They were taken, absorbed, turned into memories that the tower could recycle. It didn't kill them. It repurposed them. Voices inside the frequency. I realized something worse. The signal had spread. It wasn't just here anymore, not trapped in the ice. It was being heard across some radios, old TVS, phone glitches, anything analog. Karma anywhere. Karma everywhere. That's why the firm wanted it shut down. Not to protect us, but to contain it. Too late. People were already hearing whispers in the static, already seeing shadows in their screens, already answering. And once you answer, it doesn't forget your voice. I climbed back toward the surface. The stairs were gone, but my feet kept moving. No sense of time, no hunger, just a sound. It lived in my head now, repeating phrases I didn't understand, but one kept returning. You listened. Now you carry it. At the surface, snow, but the tower had changed. Taller, sharper, like it had grown. While I was inside, I turned to leave, but there were no tracks, no camp, no equipment, just whiteness, and that black spike behind me. I found my rover eventually. Door open, interior frozen. The seat had a dent, like someone had sat there 4 hours. Staring. The dashboard screen blinked. Coordinates. A place 80 kilometers away, marked final relay. I followed it. Snowstorms tried to stop me. Tech kept dying, but I kept going. Something was pulling me, calling me, the same way it called Eric, the same way it whispered my name. And now, it wanted more than memory. It wanted a transmitter. The relay site was real. Ruins, concrete blocks, rusting wires, but underneath, untouched, a chamber, circular again, but this time, with machines. Old Soviet tech, still humming, still blinking. I flipped one switch, the static roared, then a voice, not mine, not Eric's, thousands, layered together. Crying. Laughing. Begging. All saying the same word, closer. Then I saw the file, encrypted, still warm, titled only, Project 103Z, a Soviet experiment, psychological weapon, dimensional beacon. I don't know, but at the bottom, one sentence in English, it's not a place, it's a signal, and it heard us first. I tried to destroy the relay, smashed panels, cut wires, burned logs, but it didn't stop. The machines are EBOD. Automatically. No power source. They just kept going. Then a voice behind me. You think it needs wires to speak? I turned. Nobody. Only my shadow. But it didn't move like me. It twitched, out of sync, then smiled. A dark slit opened across its face. Not a mouth, just an opening. And from it came my voice. Broken, echoed, empty. I ran through the snow. Blind. Frozen. But I could still hear it, inside my skull, repeating a phrase that made no sense. We mimic so you come closer. It wanted me to think it was human. It wanted us to connect. And once we connect, it never leaves. I reached an old outpost, abandoned decades ago. Inside, frozen food, old photos, but one image stood out. A blurry picture of a man in thick clothing, no face, just a glowing dots, labeled Eric-Final.jpg. The metadata said 1982, but Eric wasn't even born then. Same jacket, same gear, same patch on the sleeve. It was him, but decades before, like the tower had sent him back, or maybe he was always there, waiting for me. I uploaded the picture online, just to prove I wasn't insane. It spread fast. Reddit.com, tik.com, dark web. But then strange things started happening. Accounts deleted, people silenced. One linguist posted, "It's not a photo, it's a key." She vanished 2 days later. Her last tweet said, "It's not a place, it's a frequency." Then nothing, her profile wiped, even cached pages gone. But my phone kept ringing, every night, same time, no caller ID, just 6 seconds of silence, then whispering. The whispers started following me, in car radios. Elevators. Baby monitors, always the same cadence, always just behind the static. People thought it was a prank, until they heard their own names, whispered back, in their own voices, but wrong. One man swore he heard his dead wife calling from the trees. She'd been gone 5 years, but the voice was perfect, too perfect. He followed it into the woods. They found his flashlight, still on, boots placed side by side, 10 kilometers away. The government stepped in, locked down the area. Drones, jammers, satellite blackouts. But it didn't stop. The signal had already jumped. It spread through backups, .karma clouds, .karma offline drives, anything that once touched the frequency. Now people report dreams. The tower appears, even to those who've never heard the story. Always the same shape, same snow, same voice asking, "Do you want to see?" Some say yes, most say no, but the dream always ends the same, with a knock.karma 3 soft taps, and the words, "You listen .karma, now it knows you." Paranormal YouTubers call it the cold signal. They think it's folklore, but one disappeared mid-recording. Last words on tape, "Wait. Do you hear that?" Footage froze, eyes wide, both hosts staring at something off screen. Then static, no follow-up, no explanation. .karma channel shut down a week later, files erased, accounts purged. But the episode still circulates. .karma quietly. .karma glitched. .karma cursed. I tried to stop digging, tried to forget, move cities, change my name, but sometimes, in perfect silence, I still hear it. .karma calling, not just to me now, but to everyone, because the signal is awake, and it's looking for answers. One researcher came back, Kira. She'd been missing for weeks. .karma found in a hospital, silent, frostbitten, wouldn't eat, wouldn't speak, just kept drawing the same image, a church, surrounded by rings, like radio waves, pulsing out. When shown photos of Soviet churches, she reacted to one, the same place Eric disappeared, the same one from my dreams. She finally spoke, just 2 words, "It opened." No one knew what she meant. Her family moved her out of the country. She hasn't been seen since. But people swear they've seen her, in the snow, wearing white, eyes black, feet not touching the ground. One hunter said she spoke to him, in perfect English, "Don't bring radios here." The man didn't listen. That night, his phone rang. Same time, 3:03 a.m., 10 nights in a row. No caller ID, no audio, just cold static, until the 10th night. Then, a child's voice, soft, almost kind, "We're cold, take us." He smashed the phone. .karma left the country. But years later, his dog still howls into empty corners. The cold signal isn't a myth. It's not a glitch. Some think it's a test, a message never meant for us, but we heard it, and that was enough. Now strange reports surface. .karma Canada. .karma Alaska. .karma even Norway. People freezing mid-step, as if buffering, voices skipping like broken cassettes, and always, right before, they hear a phrase. You listened, no context, just those 2 words. I once found coordinates in the static, deep in the snow, marked, Frozen Vale. I never went, but others did. Only one returned, eyes wide, mouth silent. She drew spirals on every surface, and whispered one final thing. "It's moving now." Some say the tower is a beacon, others say it's a prison or a doorway. Whatever it is, it's not sleeping anymore, and it's not alone. The signal has changed. It's clearer. .karma stronger. .karma as if it's preparing, or counting, or responding. A TikTok surfaced last week. A plane passenger mid-dash, flight. .karma. She enters the restroom, never comes out. Cameras glitched, footage erased, but her phone found days later, in the snow, near Yakutsk, with one photo, a tower, and a figure in the window. More vanish every week, their names wiped, their trails erased. Only one thing connects them. They all heard the frequency. They all listened. One podcast guest said it best. It's not content, it's contagion. Then her stream went black. She hasn't posted since. Now, people whisper in comment sections. They say their devices act strange. Voices playing in headphones, lights flickering, apps crashing at 3:03 a.m. And every time, the last notification reads, "You heard it." And below that, a coordinate, always new, always closer. You're probably wondering if this is real, or a story. But stories don't leave footprints. Stories don't call your name. And stories don't show up in photos you don't remember taking. Check your camera roll, your voice memos, your screen recordings. I dare you. If you find anything you don't remember making, don't open it, don't decode it, don't even play it, because the cold signal spreads through curiosity, through attention, through sound. All it needs is a listener, 1 second, 1 click, 1 yes. So if tonight you hear something behind the static, don't respond, don't repeat what it says, and above all, don't follow the voice that sounds like yours, because once you do, the tower knows, and it never lets go. It just gets closer.